It's all fine. All right, so we're gonna start with our FitBall today. So we're just gonna stand in this like kind of nice hip width apart position. And we're gonna take that ball, we're gonna just bring it right in front of your chest. Now we're going to just go ahead and extend those arms out. We're gonna lift them up and down. And as we lift the ball, just a little tiny pressure into the ball, just enough to feel the belly connect. So it's not a huge press. You're not squeezing the ball. You're just engaging the belly as the arms are lifting. We're going to take this into a little bit of a circle. We're going to bring that ball back down, and then we're just going to circle our body and the ball off to the side, bring it back up, down. We're going to go to the other side, circle the body up, down with the ball, and reach. And just kind of getting that nice movement through the body. And circle. And circle. One more on that other side. Hold at the top. And then let's just do some nice little side bends. So let's bend over towards the side. Reach the ball to the ceiling as we lift it back up. Inhale, bend over to the side. Pull the low belly in, lift from the low belly as we lift that ball. Inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. One more time in each direction. Inhale and exhale up. And inhale and exhale and lift and rest. Good job. Okay, we're going to do some balance today. Oh, you know what? Let's do one more twist. Let's do one more twist. We're going to do kind of a bow and arrow. So on this one, take the ball out in front. So I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to pull it away from the ball, bending my elbow, and I'm going to twist, reaching the ball in front of me as I twist. And then come back, grab that ball with that left hand, go to the right and twist. And don't worry so much about making sure that your pelvis is staying perfectly in front of you. I don't want it to come with you a lot, but if you feel some movement of the pelvis, just kind of make it a natural twist. Allow your body to twist naturally. And one more each side. And twist. And back to center. And relax. All right, so we're going to do our little balance work. You did some of this with Patty on Monday on the big ball, but we're going to do it on the small one. So, you know, balance, be careful. Don't feel like, if you feel like you have to hold onto a chair or a wall, that's okay. Go ahead and do that. I'd rather that than have you fall. So, you know, just if you are holding on to something, just make it as light as possible. So we're going to just I'm placing my right foot on the ball. I'm finding my balance in my left foot. I'm not locked out through my left knee, so I'm going to keep it slightly bent. I'm going to flatten my low belly, keep my body nice and tall, creating space in my waist. And then from here, I'm just going to press that ball out, coming up to my heel, kind of flexing that foot, and then I'm going to pull it back. And again, press out, up to that heel, nice flexion, and come in. And out. So a little softness through that knee on that standing leg. Reach out. And 2. And 1. We're going to pull it back in, hold, and now we're just going to kind of lift our heel and then lower it back down. Again, lift our heel, so kind of just a gentle press down through the ball of the foot into the ball and lift. Remember the key here, spot yourself. Look at one point. Don't look away. And up. We're going to take that ball back out for this last bit. So all we're going to do is we're going to rotate out to external, kind of pressing the ball away. Rotate to internal, pull it in. 2 more. External out, internal in, external out, internal in, and pull it in. Ooh, stretch out. So you should feel that on your standing leg, right? Okay.
I love it.
Standing calf, actually. All right, let's switch to the other side. So let's just find the balance first. So kind of placing your foot on that ball. And you need to kind of find this balance between your standing foot and the foot that's on the ball. If you have too much weight in either one, it's going to be harder, right? It's going to be hard to keep the balance if you put too much weight into the ball, and you're going to feel so much in that standing leg if you're putting too much weight there. You got to find that balance. So let's again create space in our waist by staying nice and tall, hands on the hips. We're going to press that ball out, coming up to our heel, pull it back in, and exhale out. Inhale in. Try to maintain that little softness of the knee on the standing leg. Do 2 more. And 2. And 1. We're going to pull the ball in, hold, stay in your standing leg, lift the heel, and lower. And lift, and lower. Think about that low belly connected. And lift, and lower. Soften that standing leg, and lift. Woo, and lower, and lift. And last one, lift. Lower, take that ball back out, hold. So we've got that soft. We're going to external, open, internal, pull in. External, open, internal, pull in. One more. External, open, internal, in, pull it in, and rest. Okay. Shake out those legs. We're not done with balance, though.
Okay.
One more. One more. We're going to take that ball in our hands. And we're going to go into kind of, and I'll go to the side so you can kind of see this. We're going to go, and I'm not doing this on the mat for good reason, right? This is one that the mat
really
will,
don't want to be on the mat?
man, it's going to challenge you big time. So floor is always best. A nice hard surface is easier. All right, we're going to take those arms out, and we're just going to go into a little bit of a sit back. So we're going to bend those knees. And we're going to press those hips behind us. And what's important here is that you're finding, again, that balance. My knees are going to stay over my feet, so I'm not going to push those knees forward. And I'm going to send my hips back so that I actually feel a little bit of glute connection here. And we're going to stay here, and we're just going to roll up to one toe. Then we're going to roll it back down. And other side. So we're just going to alternate. So what I want you to be careful of is shifting your weight. I don't want you to shift your weight. So I want you to just keep that pelvis nice and stable. Belly is lifted from the floor. So I roll up onto my toe, press that heel back down, roll up onto my toe, press that heel back down, and up, and up. And just a couple more on each side, keeping that belly lifted, keeping that nice sit back position. One more. And then I'm just going to go ahead and stand up. We have one more to go with that. So on this one, we're going to be lifting both heels. That's the balance part. So we're going to have to find that balance. We're going to hold that position for about 5 seconds as we lift those heels up. So ball in front. We're going to go back to that sit back. From here, you're going to pull that belly in, go into a little bit of a scoop, find your balance, and roll up onto those toes. We're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down. We're doing it again. And up. Pull that belly in. Hold that balance. 2, 1. Roll it down. Again. Up. Try to get those heels even a little higher this time. And roll it down. We're rolling up one last time. Hold. You should feel your quads by now. Hold. Go into a prance. Up and down. Almost there. 2 and 1. Woo. Quad work.
Very good.
Hello, quads. Okay. We're going to do some roll downs. We're going to relax. So from here, let's go ahead and just bring our ball in front. Not done with that ball yet. It's ball day, FitBall, right? All right. So from here, let's bring those arms back overhead again. Kind of pull that belly in, and we're going to dive down with the ball. So we're going to pull the belly up as we dive down. Keep that belly lifted as we bring that ball to the floor. Tap. Now start at your low belly. Pull it up. Drag yourself all the way up. Bring that ball back up to the ceiling. And again, pull the belly in. Dive it down. Tap that floor. And start at that low belly. Look at your belly as you start to pick it up. All the way. One more time. And scoop, dive. We're going to stay down. We're going to place our hands on top of that ball. And we're going to press into the ball. And we're going to scoop that belly up even more. Then we're just going to bend those knees to a squat. So nice and easy here. Nice, easy squat, not super deep. Shoulders are down. But I'm going to press into the ball as I lift my pelvis. And I'm going to pull that belly up into a deep, deep cat stretch. Head down, looking at your belly. Go into that little squat. And again, scoop up that belly. Big cat stretch. Keep pulling that belly up. And into your squat. And again, scoop. Really scoop up that belly and down. And up. And down. And come all the way down to the floor and onto your knees. Take a breath. Okay. So from here, we're going to go into, so I call this is some shoulder work. So for those of you who have some shoulder issues, you should be okay, but you don't have to do all the work that we're going to do through this. You can just do a portion of it. So I call it upside down. Upside down banana split. Upside down 4-point kneeling. So instead of being on your knees and your hands, you're going to be on your feet and your hands. And we're going to place the ball between our knees. And we're going to bring those hands so that my palms are facing my feet, or my fingertips, I should say, are facing my feet. And I'm going to put that ball between the knees, and I'm going to kind of squeeze it a little bit. So from here, I'm going to push my body up from the floor without lifting the hips first.
Okay.
So I just want my chest to lift, shoulders pulled down, and then I'm going to squeeze that ball, and now I'm going to lift my pelvis. So I'm just going to lift. And then we come up into kind of this bridge position. My eyes are forward at the ball. I'm going to lower the pelvis down just enough to tap the floor, and I'm going to squeeze those glutes to lift it back up. And down. Squeeze. And down. So up. And up. And up. Keep those shoulders out of the ears if you can. We're going to lift up. We're going to hold. Here, we're going to use only the glutes, and we're going to squeeze. Squeeze. Keep a hold of that ball. Keep the eyes at the ball. Do 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lower all the way down. We're going to send those legs out. We're just going to go into a nice little stretch. All right, so this one is going to get a little bit into those hamstrings. We're going to do that the same way. So we're going to start in the same exact position. And we're going to come up into our bridge-like position. So from here, we're going to just roll up off of one heel. So we're just going to lift one heel up and then press it down. Lift the other heel up and press it down. And up. Eyes are still at the ball. Lift the pelvis a little higher. There's the hamstrings. As soon as you lift that pelvis a little higher, you're right into those hamstrings. All right, down, hold. Both heels up. And down. And up. And down. Lift that pelvis a little higher. Squeeze those glutes. 3, 2, 1. And lower down.
Yay.
Press those legs out. We're not done. We're going to place that ball between the ankles. No, let's keep it between the knees. Sorry, I lied. But I don't want it, if you are in a straight leg, just lift the ball slightly off the floor to put it between the knees. So on this one, roll out those wrists if they're bothering you. I know that seems to be a problem for a lot of people. So, kind of shake them out, whatever you need to do. This is our last one in this position. Okay. Right? Class is just getting started. You all know it isn't the last one. Okay.
Just the beginning.
All right. So from here, we're going to go up into our bridge again. All right. So from here, we are going to walk our feet out just a little bit. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to take those hips without touching the floor. We're going to pull them back behind us, coming up onto our heels. And then we're going to come right back into our bridge. And roll onto those heels. Don't let yourself touch the floor. And up, 2 more. And up, last one. And up. I lied. 1 more. We're going to hold, and then set your glutes down on the floor. And then curl forward.
Yes.
Are you guys all warmed up?
Oh, yes.
Oh, God. I know, we may have to turn on the air.
The air's on?
Yeah, it is. It is on. Okay.
The heat was on.
Yeah. That was me. All right, we're going to lie down. So before we lie down, place that ball between your knees. Let's do a little scooping before we lay down. So from here, grab your shins, pull those shoulders down, and lift your body out of the hips, out of the pelvis. So you're creating that really super long spine. And then from here, hold those shins, scoop that belly, just until those arms go straight. And now, curl back up, and then stack your vertebra. Pull those shoulders down. Scoop. And scoop up. And stack. And scoop. And pull it forward. And hold. Take those arms out in front. Same thing. Scoop it back. So now without those hands on the shins, we can maybe go back a little further. But keep your scoop. And scoop deep into the belly. Lift with the chest. Reach forward. And step. And again. Back. Scoop. Keep those shoulders out of the ears. Scoop deep, deep, deep as you curl up. And lift. Again. Scoop. Deep scoop. And curl up. 1 more time. And scoop. And scoop it up. And rest. We are now going to curl all the way down. So just bring yourself all the way down and let yourself rest. All right, hands are going to go behind the head. Elbows are open. All right, from here, we're just going to start with some curls with the chest. So the first thing I want you to do is tip that chin slightly towards that chest. And then lift with your heart. Eyes just come right to that ball, lifting with your chest. Inhale back down. So flatten that belly. Chin slightly in. Chin should be towards the chest. And back down. Eyes should come right to that ball or the belly. And down. And up. And down, and up, and down. We're going to straighten those legs out. And we're going to do that same thing, but this time I want you to go to a flexion in the ankles. I want you to squeeze that ball slightly. And then as you exhale, flatten that belly as we do our curl up. Now your eyes, again, coming to that ball. And right back down, and up. And down, and up, and down. Good. 3, and 2, and 1. Coming down, arms coming to the ceiling. We're going to do a curl up. So now keep that ball. The squeeze of the ball is going to help you. And we're going to take that chin into the chest as the arms come down, curl all the way up, squeezing slightly through that ball, and then come all the way to seated. We're just going to do a couple of curl downs. So pull back with that belly, scoop it out, tuck that tail under. Super slow here. Super, super slow. Get to a point that's really, really challenging and hold it there just for a moment and curl down. Let's do that again. Deep breath in, chin to chest. Exhale, a little squeeze into that ball. It really does make it easier. And up, and curl down. Super slow. Hold that low belly in, nice and deep. We're gonna curl up one more time. And chin to chest. Curl up. And we're gonna bend those knees as we curl up. We're gonna go right back into our little scoops. So from here, feet are down, arms are in front. And we're gonna scoop it back. And we're gonna hold. And from this position, I'm gonna turn this way. You guys can maybe see my arms a little bit more. Okay, so from this position, we're in that scoop. We're gonna lift one arm up. And then we're gonna lower it down. And other arm. And down. And just alternating our arms, right? But you're doing it slowly. So you're really having to feel that belly. One more on each side. Back.
If I feel like it's like in between my shoulder blades on my
Come
back.
up a little bit higher.
Okay.
Yeah, the shoulder blades is where you're gonna feel that a lot. Hold here. So if you're getting into the upper back here, just kind of come up a little bit more higher. And then from here, both arms. Really still feel that rib cage closing. Just lift. Two more. And lift. And lift. And then slide those legs out and stretch forward. Was it better when you came up a little bit higher?
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. We're going to take that ball between your ankles. We're going to keep the legs straight, and we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to come in to our arms in front. We're going to scoop out that belly. And we're going to come to that, whatever is comfortable for you, scoop, right? So belly is pulled in. We're going to go back to that single arm. And down. Up. And down. The ball gets to be in a really comfortable space after this. One more time. Now both arms, and up, and down, and up, and down. Really focus on that scoop. One more. Come up. Woo, curl forward and stretch. All right, so now the ball is going to go underneath our pelvis. So let's start with that seated position. Sit up nice and tall, and let's scoop out that belly, curl back, and then we're going to bend our knees, and we're going to take that ball underneath the pelvis. So remember, it's not low back. I want you to feel that the tailbone is on the ball, but not right on top of it, kind of on the foot side of the ball, right? But you do want to feel the tailbone touching the ball. If you don't, then the ball is going to be in the wrong place. So from here, you can keep your hands down by your side. This is I guess, the easier way to do it, although, you know, it's not easy. And, but if you want to challenge yourself, you're going to bring your arms into kind of a goalie position, right? So my arms are not, my hands are not behind my head. They're like halfway, like I'm going to put them under my head, but I changed my mind. And I'm going to keep my elbows open, and my elbows, I'm going to kind of Velcro them to the floor. And then from here, I'm going to come in to my tabletop position. So I'm going to let my belly kind of scoop, what we call this hammock-like position. So my belly is just kind of relaxed. I'm not in a neutral pelvis position. I'm going to flex my ankles, and I'm going to start with a nice single leg extension. Nice and easy. Press one leg out, pull it back in. So glue those elbows to the floor if that's where you're at. If your hands are by your side, just maybe come up to 2 fingers. And exhale. So try as one leg reaches out, try not to come out of that little scooped hammock position. Just pull deeper into it. And out. One more each side. And out. And in. Good job. So from here, we're going to reach those legs to the ceiling. And now we're just going to do single leg straight down. So we're going to lower and lift. Try to keep the scoop. So as my leg lowers, I'm not going to let myself arch that back. I'm going to keep my belly pulling into that scoop. Inhale. Keep those elbows glued to the floor. One more, each side. Last one. Bend both those knees. Go ahead and take those legs down to the floor and just let your body relax. You can kind of roll your pelvis back and forth on that ball, just kind of releasing any tight muscles that you may have in that position. All right, we're going to keep this position of the arms if you can, and we're going to bring ourselves into that little scoop position again. So, find that little hammock style through your spine, one leg coming to tabletop and then the other, finding that balance. We're going to take it into a frog position. So we're going to open those knees and toes. Heels now are connected. We're going to squeeze those heels as we press those legs up and out. Inhale back in. And pull that belly into that hammock. Scoop it in. Hollow it out. And out. In. Let's do 3. In 2 more. Last one. Hold. Keep those legs extended. Scoop that belly deeper as we lift those legs up. Lower them back down, but don't lose the scoop. Exhale. Lower. Pull that belly in. 2 more. Last one. Bend those knees back to frog. Lower one leg down, then the other. And just again, let your pelvis kind of relax a little bit. We have 1 more. So same position, or if your arms are getting tired here, if it's getting into the shoulders for whatever reason, bring those arms by your side. We're going to lift those legs back to tabletop. And from here, we're going to go into a little march. So scoop out that belly, lower one leg down, tap the floor just gently. Think of that pool of water at the floor. And you're dipping your toe in the pool of water and pulling it out without making any ripples. So it's not a hard tap on the floor. Gentle, gentle, gentle. You really have to slow it down once you get there. And 1 more, each side. Last one. Both legs up, and now hug those knees into chest. And just give yourself a nice stretch. We're going to lower those legs to the floor. We're going to take that ball out from underneath, bring it to the ceiling, and we're going to curl up and exhale. Curl all the way up. And now we're going to place that ball right in between our shoulder blades, and we're going to slowly curl down until we're leaning on it. Hands now are going to come
Very
behind.
graceful. Very graceful.
Nice and graceful. All right, hands behind the head. So this is not about a lower back arch. So you're still maintaining that little scoop of the belly. And we're just going to let the upper back kind of release over the ball. But I'm not going to press my belly button to the ceiling and arch my back. So I'm keeping my low back, kind of pulling towards the floor, and I'm just releasing my upper back. Think of release. I'm going to use my hands to help dip my chin towards my chest, and that's where I'm going to keep it. So the back of my neck is lengthened. I'm going to curl up, lifting with my chest, keeping my scooped position through my belly. Inhale, reach that upper back over that ball. And again, exhale. And lower down. And up. Keep that low belly scooped, even on that upper back extension over that ball. Do 2 more. Last one. now let yourself again kind of relax over that ball. So on Monday, we did the banana, right? So the banana is where we kind of lift the chest, but we also lift those feet, but it's not very much, so you just kind of bring yourself into the shape of that little banana. So that upper back is kind of reaching over the ball, hands are behind the head. So this time as we curl up, we're just gonna lift those legs at the same time, but scoop that belly. Just looking at the feet. Inhale, lower, reach that upper back over that ball. And exhale. Lower, reach over, and up. Lower, 2 more. And up. And down. So it's nice having the ball as a little support. So from here, I want you to lift just high enough to where, you know, you're kind of comfortable, right? So you're resting completely on the ball. Your eyes are at your feet. Your legs are going to come to tabletop. So this is our little banana split, right? But we're going to do this a little differently. We're not going to add twists yet. So all I want you to do is hold your curl up slightly. Back is resting on the ball. As you press the legs out, one leg is just going to go a little higher than the other. Hold them back in. Try to keep your scoop. So the legs have to come up a little higher. There you go, Phyllis, right there. And in. And out. And in. And out. Pull in. Rest. All right, everyone do okay? All right, so we're going to add that little twist, just like we did on Monday with Patty. So from here, we're going to lift those legs to tabletop. We're going to start by twisting to one side. Right? This time, holding your curl up, you're going to come back to straight with your curl as you banana split out. Pull those knees in, twist to the other side. Split those legs as you reach back out to straight. Pull in, twisting. And out. And twist, almost. I know these are killer. And out. And in. And rest. Those are really, really killer. Whose idea was it to do?
Yeah, Patty.
I know. Oh my goodness. Okay. We are going to come off of that ball.
Really easy to get into low back. Yeah.
Very easy to get into the low back.
I
Not
did
with that,
the other
which is
day.
my abs.
Okay.
So
Abs should be
incredibly
tight.
sore that I was like,
We're going to come into kind of this nice, we're going to go into a child's pose. That's all we're going to do.
oh.
So, so we're just going to reach that ball out.
Thank you, God.
And we're going to bring our head down to the floor. Our arms are reaching out in front of us. Our glutes are reaching back behind us. And we're going to curl up, scoop, 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 scoop. And all the way up. Good. And then from here, we're just going to put the ball off to the side for a moment. And we're going to go into a little bit of a 4-point wheel position. So let's just start. We're going to start with shoulder depression. So a couple of things here. We're going to take those hands pretty much in front of you, pretty far, so they're at an angle. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift those feet and I'm going to come into a little bit of this plank-like position. So from here, you can actually even keep your feet down and it takes some pressure out of the knees. So it's up to you. So from here, all we're going to do is we're going to keep our body nice and straight, reach that head in front, and then just let the body sink between the shoulders. So this is shoulder depression. Now press through the arms, lift the body up, and press those shoulders out of your collarbone, right? So you're just sinking between the shoulders and then pressing up and away. Sink down and up and down and up. If your low back hurts, just lift the pelvis a little, right? Don't have it down quite so deep into that plank. And lift. All right, so you can, let's sit back into our child's pose really quickly. We're going to do that again. But this one, I'm going to challenge you a little bit. We're going to go into our forearm position. And this time we're going to come to a plank. So we're gonna lift those knees, but otherwise the movement is still the same. We're gonna lower that body between those shoulders. Exhale, press it back up and lower it down and up and down and up. We just have 2 more. Keep that belly nice and tight. Last one. Lower those knees, sit back into your child's pose and stretch. All right, my job today was push-ups because Patty didn't get to those on Monday.
Oh, that's right.
So we're gonna do the push-ups a little differently, right? Typical push-up, but we're back into our plank on the knees position. I'm gonna take my right hand in front of my left. So they're split. And as I bend both my elbows, I'm gonna take my right elbow all the way to the floor and then press right back up. And down, and up. Try to keep your plank.
So confused.
And down. Other arm, the straight arm in front of you
Okay.
is the one that goes down to the floor. There you
Oh,
go.
good heavens.
And 2 more. And last one. And up. Sit back into child's pose before we do that other one. Stretch that out.
What arm is bent?
Both arms bend.
Yes, I found that.
But the
out.
one that's in front, the one that's in front is the one that's coming to the floor.
When you saw my hands doing a dance, I was like, what's
And
happening?
it's worse looking in the mirror.
Right, exactly. I'm like, wait a minute.
Come back to your plank. So now I'm going to take my left hand in front.
Okay.
I'm splitting my arms, and when I bend my elbows, my left elbow is coming to the floor. And up.
But it doesn't have to.
No, it does not have to. That's your goal, right?
Can you do it this way?
You can do it however way you would like.
Yeah. Like elbows out.
Elbows out, yeah.
Okay.
Two more, we're done. And last one. Woo. And come up.
We have a split thing.
We have a split thing. Yeah. The banana split has gotten us motivated.
No.
Has made us think
And hammock.
about other, and hammock. Oh my goodness, how are we doing on time? Oh, we're good. We can do glutes.
Wow.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. All right. We're going to lay on our side. And we are going to come down and we're going to take that ball. We're going to place it right behind our knee. We're going to come down to the floor. You're going to get comfortable. All right, so from here, both knees are bent. Let's stack them. And then from here, you remember, we want to create long space through the waist. We talked about this earlier, creating that space between our hip bone and our rib cage, which if we do that and we think about that on the top of our body, it's going to create a space underneath our body as well. You can use your hand on top as a kickstand, or you can bring it alongside. So either way is fine. We're going to flex that top foot, and we're going to think about our upper thigh, and we're going to, like if you put your hand here and put weight on it, and then think of pressing that up to the ceiling, right? And down. You don't have to keep the hand there. I just want you to realize that that is where the movement comes from. So keep that belly nice and tight. Press that outer thigh up and down. And up and down. One more time, and we're going to leave it up. So come up, hold, maybe not quite as high. We're going to take that knee, we're going to pull it forward. Keep our foot flexed. We're going to press that foot back, reaching our knee from the body, but don't let yourself go into that arch. So keep pulling that belly up. You should feel your hamstring a little bit here and some glute. Forward, exhale. Reach the knee back as you reach it away from the body. And forward, squeeze that glute. Right here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And forward, two more. And back. And forward. Last one, go back. And now open the knee to the ceiling and circle it forward. Back. Open the knee, circle it forward. and back. Open and circle. And one more in this direction. Circle, come forward, hold. Now open the knee and circle behind and bring it forward. Open and circle. Just reversing that movement. And can you keep your waist long here? It's hard. It's hard to keep that waist lifted from the floor. You really have to focus on those abdominal muscles. One more time. I totally did not count here. And come in and rest.
That's my move.
But that's okay.
No, it's good.
All right, we're going to take the ball away just for this one because we'll lose it once we do it anyway. So I'm going to bring it in front and just place my hand on top of it. And I'm going to lift that top leg up. I'm going to straighten it out. I'm going to keep that foot flexed. And I'm going to bring that leg forward. Then I'm going to point that toe and I'm going to press it back. Flex. Press down into that ball, point, and press back. We just have two more. Flex, and point. Last one, flex, and point, and rest. All right, got our glute working. Of course, we do have the other side to go, but.
Too good.
Two glutes.
Yeah, there are two.
We got one glute, now we get the
One
other
would
one.
be higher and lower, right?
All right, come down onto the floor, that ball right between that knee. So find that comfortable position for you. All right, so we're just gonna start, remember, we're thinking about this upper thigh. So, you know, putting your hand there and thinking of pushing down through the side of your leg as you lift that leg up, that's the energy I want. And lower down, and exhale. So create that space, that nice long waist on top, creating that little tunnel on the floor underneath, and up, and up. 3, 2, 1. Now we leave it. We pull that knee forward, keeping our foot flexed, and then we press that foot behind, reaching our knee from the body as we press it back. No arching the back. So cinch the ribs closed right here. Tighten that belly, zip it up. Inhale and exhale. Cinch that rib cage closed. Feel that low belly tighten. That's going to stop you from arching the back. If you keep the ribs closed, you're not going to arch that low back. 3, 2. On this last one, we stay back there. 1, we stay back there, hold, and now we open the knee and circle it forward and press it back, open and circle. Try to keep that waist tunnel on the floor. 2, and 1, forward. Now we reverse. So it's open the knee, circle behind. Open, circle, squeeze that glute. Open, circle. Open, circle. 2 more. Open, circle. I know, I've been terrible at counting today. Yeah. And open and circle and come in and take the ball away. I don't know what happened. Okay. Pressing down slightly through the ball, we're going to lengthen that top leg. This is our last one, just our little stretch, right? So reach that leg out, create that space in our waist. Flex that foot as we let that leg come forward. Point that toe as we press that leg back. And flex. And point. Just 2 more. And flex. And point. Last one. Flex. And point. And bring that in. Let's lay back onto our backs and let's do a nice little figure 4 stretch. So from here, just place one foot over the opposite knee and just let that knee open. All right, so let it open. This is, we want to create a little stretch through that hip. So I know for a lot of you, you're very flexy, that's fine. You can curl up, you can grab a hold of that other leg behind it. And I like to take my elbow and push that knee away as I pull that other leg in. And I'm kind of curling up like a little ball, getting that nice stretch. I'm going to lower back down. And then we're gonna cross this leg completely over, open up those hands a little bit, and just let those legs fall in the same direction that you crossed the leg towards. And just let those legs fall, and then just kind of hang out there. So my hip is lifted, but my shoulders are still on the floor. So just breathe. Let that back relax. This is more about that kind of twisty spine stretch. Now engage your belly, pull it in, lift those legs back up. Let's just do that on the other side. So let's go to that figure 4 stretch. So I start by just opening that knee. And then for me, I want more stretch. So I'm gonna curl up. I'm gonna grab that other leg behind. I'm gonna take my elbow and push that knee open a little bit more as I really pull that belly in. And I pull that knee in. So I'm kind of curling up like that little ball. And then from here, we're gonna lower back down, open those arms out, cross that leg over completely, and then just let those legs fall in that direction until they get to a point where they can just rest. And just relax and feel the spine twisting, feel the stretch, and just breathe. And then we're gonna pull that belly in. We're gonna pull those legs back up. You're gonna grab your ball, lengthen those legs all the way out. We're gonna be nice and graceful as we come up, right? So arms to the ceiling. We're gonna do that nice curl up, chin to chest, and curl up. Sit up nice and tall. We're gonna go into a nice open V position with our legs. We're gonna take that ball right out in front. And from here, we're gonna dive down towards the ball with our head. So we're scooping our belly and we're just gonna reach that ball away. So just this nice little stretch. So rounded back here. And then we're gonna pull that low belly back. We're gonna curl up all the way to that nice straight position. And this time, we're gonna take the ball on the outside of the left leg. And I'm gonna keep my right hand kind of in front, and I'm just gonna roll that ball. I'm gonna look towards it, and I'm gonna roll that ball all the way to that foot as I bring my head down towards my knee. I'm gonna focus on my opposite hip and trying to keep it down. And then roll it back up. And then take that ball outside of the other leg. And I'm just gonna look towards that ball. I'm gonna take my head towards that knee, rolling that ball out as far as I can. Keep focusing on that other hip, pulling it down. Oh, this feels good. And roll it back. We're gonna take it right back to center, last one. We're gonna dive down to that ball. Reach it out. Once you get it out there, you're gonna let go of the ball, grab onto your ankles, and just let yourself kind of pull in. And then curl yourself up. You guys made it.
Yes, we did.
You're done. Thank you.
I like